Recording has begun. Let's keep playing. All sorts of fan art.
I see something
Hey, the
long
Shrieker.
absent in the sunken faces of passers-by.
We need to kill him.
A glimmer.
Well, we need to
of
beat
hope.
him. We don't have to literally kill it. Shrieker, you can lose people to the Shrieker though. Peck is a crazy move. Which Shrieker is it? Oh, it's Shrieker's prize. So we don't have to do it this week. I can, but it's not urgent.
Welcome back. Your steadfast loyalty is greatly
Bold move.
appreciated.
Paladin, thank you for the 29 months. Thank you, Paladin. Appreciate it, man. Much love to Paladin as well. That artwork is awesome. Thank you again, Abby. Strat for the Shrieker, the Redhook nerfed. Which strategy? For now, you're going back to college soon. Yeah. For physics. Going to college for physics, if I remember right. Yeah, no worries. That is awesome, Abby. Thank you. The one time the bird isn't a jerk, but we can be a jerk to it. Yeah. Oh, the Shadow Step Grave Robber. Yeah, making it so it can't hit. So it passes turn and then just flies away on turn 5. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how I forgot about that. I was taken out a long time ago, huh? Unstable Flesh. You know what? Let's do it. Let's get rid of our last veteran dungeon. We'll probably end up doing some more veteran to push meter because we have some other people we want to level up. Now you can actually sleep. There's going to be some more pig noises, just to let you know. But yeah, thank you again, Abby. I do appreciate that. That's really awesome. No way. Joey, why didn't I remove your zoophobia? No idea. Still gonna take you. Probably take a Hyman as well. Yeah, thank you, Abby. For sure, the ANS and ASMR stands for Adam and Swine in this case. Evasive. Beast Slayer, quick reflexes. Please retake him. Oh yeah, thank you. I really do need to do that. M stands for masochism, or of some sort. Sounds about right. All right. It's veteran. We don't have to be as scared of this one, but it's one of the most RNG boss fights in the game, so it's always a little scary. Little scary. We're gonna go dodge heavy. So on our cultist, we're gonna take camo cloak. On Splash Woman, camo cloak. On Houndmaster, camo cloak. Downside is if we don't dodge the spine attack, we will get stunned. Only 13 deaths. Count that as a win. Goes to the line. Makes it even more impressive. Doing Zorb. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Congrats. Adam Swine masochism revealed. Seems right. Candle is 5 dodge versus 8, but less downside. All right, am I going to go dodge on our Highwayman, or am I going to leave him as the one exception to it? Probably going to leave him as the exception. He's going to be there for killing. So sharpening sheath. I got to be careful with sharpening sheath here because we don't have a jester to... It really makes me want to put on accuracy too because we don't have the jester, but lowering dodge... I mean, they're already evasive. Against this character or against this enemy seems like not a great idea. I mean, I can take the jester over the Houndmaster, but this game well. If so, do you have any tips that you can give to beginners? What characters are the best and worst? I do know the game well. I've streamed it for almost 2,500 hours. I have 2 world records in the game. Sure. How early in are you? How beginner are you? Yeah, we can guard him with the Houndmaster for more dodge too, of course. All right. So yeah, I know the game decently enough. Only 2 records, so toot. All right, for camping, Doi does have dark strength this time. We should probably just go ahead and take extra things that we might need, depending on what shape we're in before the flesh, because we really need to go into the flesh fight in good shape. No, it's all good. There's no way to know. How to beat the game in 12 weeks? It's on YouTube. Check it out if you want. Every single minute of the 12-week thing is on YouTube. The other one's on YouTube as well. But yeah, I can give you some advice once I get into the dungeon here if you want, if you hang around for a little bit.
Our community grows.
Why would a candle cause you more stress when you have to buy torches just to see? Knowing you have the backup candle. It's a good question. Cyril, is it pronounced Cyril? Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that too. All right, might as well get rid of some of these diseases we just picked up. And I think we already kind of got rid of most of the things we needed to get rid of. Like Stanophobia we might get rid of finally. Yeah, I'll talk about it as soon as we get into the dungeon. All right. Yeah, let's get rid of Stanophobia. And then Obsessive Killing. Okay, I think we're good. Let's make sure, because this can be a very RNG heavy fight. Upgrades. We got our dodge trinkets. Skills are good. Camping's fine. Upgrades, trinkets, skills. Camping is good. Upgrades, trinkets, skills. Camping's fine for now. Upgrades, trinkets, skills, camping. All right, let's do it. Cole's camping. I checked. He has it, right? Yeah, he's got dark strength. We're good. Thank you. Yankee Candle stress you out. Middle-aged women pushing them like crack. Man, they're like way too strong too. A lot of them. I don't know. I don't like a lot of those scents. Okay, I like more natural scents with candles. I really don't like fresh linen and things like that, it's like, gives me a friggin' headache. All the food, all the shovels. We're gonna go in over prepared. If we're in good shape after the boss, awesome. We got the golds. Got the gold. You know what? Medicinal herbs we need less of. So we got food, shovels, keys, stuff for the actual boss fight.
Our community
Torches.
grows.
Let's go. Last veteran boss. Fuchsia, thank you for the follow. Take those medicinal herbs. Sorry.
I could not store such a prodigious amount of offal, nor could I rid myself of it easily, possessed as it was.
Yeah, this is
by
a different occultist,
unnameable
yeah.
Things from outer spheres.
It's Shambler
When
wax.
excavations beneath the manor broke through into an ancient network of aqueducts and tunnels, I knew I had found a solution to the problem of disposal.
The candle is made out of Shambler parts, or it's just really, yeah, it really smells. It's fresh linen. They make campfire selling candles? Yeah.
I can describe. An incoherent jumble of organ.
Okay, there's two places it could be.
And bone.
Are you still there, Cyril? The fat of the hag. Oh my lord.
Such
Another Shambler one? So a couple things I would say. So one is reach is very important in Darkest Dungeon. So in Darkest Dungeon, like in most games that have action points, please don't do it again. As soon as you can get ahead in action economy over your enemy, you're going to be in good shape. So you need to be able to gang up on an enemy and kill them, usually a backline enemy. Like, this is a really good example. We really need to kill the swine spawn back there. If we don't kill that quickly, it is going to give us disease and a lot of stress. So when you're building a team, try to take a lot of people that can hit the back line so that you can gang up on the thing that's your biggest threat at that time and kill it. So that means characters like the Hellion in position 1, because she can hit every position, is really, really strong. Houndmaster is really strong because of that. There's a lot of good characters in the game, but that's like the first thing. When you're building your team, it's good to have 2 characters that have reach, 1 character that can stress heal, and 1 character that can heal, basically. If you do that, almost within reason, regardless of your team, you probably build an okay team. Yeah, Iron Swan is so good. Hellion's my favorite character. Oh, crit by a swine hooker. So that's the first one. The second thing I would say is when you can heal anything for free, you just kind of do it. So what I mean by that is, like, if you're down to the last 1 or 2 enemies and you don't have a lot of stress, like if this was the only stress we had, this 1 bubble, or even this 5 stress, it may seem like you don't need the stress healing at that point, but you might as well heal it off if you can do it for free without taking extra risk, because it can mean the difference later on from a heart attack or a affliction or whatever. So that's the second one. Aside from that, I guess some other basic advice would be, like, if you're playing on Radiant or Darkest, there's no lose condition. So it sucks to lose heroes, but there's no game over condition. You can always grind back up. So don't be too devastated if you have a full party wipe or whatever, even though it sucks. You can always rebuild in Darkest Dungeon. Another thing that will help you out a lot is learning curio interaction. So all the curios will have an interaction that you can use items on, and there are some positive outcomes, there are some negative outcomes. There's curios that have both, depending on what you use. Those can help out a ton as well. Yeah, I guess that's the biggest one. Like here is a good example. He's gonna bleed out, so there's no reason to kill him. Instead, we can try to get our Houndmaster a turn in by moving around so that we can heal off some extra stress before we go. And he died before him anyway. Yeah, never read books. That's a good tip. Never read books in Darkest Dungeon. You know what? We're about to start champion. Let's take the golds. You use phone app all the time. Play with Curios. Ogre Grinder, welcome in. What's the story behind the game? Basically, your ancestor, who owns this estate in this hamlet, was a terrible person. He made many, many, many mistakes and screwed over and killed many people and unleashed an eldritch horror onto not only the hamlet, but onto the world. And you're trying to right the wrongs of your ancestors' misdeeds, rewrite the history of your family, save the hamlet, and save the world. Pretty much. Another good piece of advice in this game is scouting is really good. I undervalued scouting the first time I played through.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
He woke up one day and he was like, I'm gonna cause problems on purpose. The thing about it too is I remember like someone, I don't remember who it was, they were like, well, he didn't start doing these things until he uncovered the stuff below the manor. No, he was already doing bad things before. Maybe he was doing them because he heard whispers from the thing below the earth. Probably. It's a very Lovecraftian story. So, save the cheerleaders, save the worlds. Wrong show. Some people just want to watch the world burn.
Eradicated.
An eldritch what now? Swine hooker. Pretty bad. He found out about Blow after trying to stab the Countess to death for a laugh. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He listened to the whispers and he liked what they said.
Prodigious size alone does not dissuade the sharpened
Portal was enough to make people into monsters. Yeah.
Remind yourself that overconfidence.
So he was doing stuff
and
before he actually uncovered the area that goes to the hearts, and yeah, whether that was caused by the whispering madness of the eldritch horror under the ground. I mean, that's usually what the Lovecraftian explanations for things ends up being. Kind of went overboard on torches.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Meme newspaper headline: Local man ruins everything. Yeah, the cycle continues. Yeah. All right, let's camp for buffs, and then it's boss time. He was bored and rich, started doing heinous stuff for entertainment. Yeah, but the thing is, we don't know if we just started doing it for fun or if he was influenced by this thing that was always buried. But there's one line before one of the bosses where he basically second guesses himself. I think it was before the Baron one, maybe, where he second guesses himself, like, maybe I shouldn't be doing these things. And he's like, well, I have a reputation to uphold. I can't be a hypocrite to myself. We were in a boat south, but we scouted it, yeah. All right, unparalleled finesse. Dark strength. Let's prevent nighttime ambush. I don't want to have to deal with disease going into here.
The light, the
Joy,
promise of
figuring it out.
safety.
Have a good rest of your day. Love the Miller's lore. Here has some alien crystals. Yeah, I like that the ancestor's only regret is that he didn't live long enough to see the Miller and everything he owned be destroyed. No, he doesn't regret trying to murder the Countess or, you know, turning the cannon on townspeople, tying some guys up and throwing them out in the ocean to drown, experimenting on like half pig or, you know, human. No, none of that. His only regret is that he didn't live long enough to see the Miller destroyed. It's pretty brutal. Okay, we don't need hands from Abyss in here. We're not going to use Cry Havoc, but there is this weird... I mean, there's something that could happen here where we need to blackjack. Like, we die and we have nothing else. No one else. But I also think we have to take Guard Dog. Yeah, I'm not going to take... I don't think that's going to happen, so I'm not going to take it. Alright, are we good to go? Let's do it. Last veteran boss. Use Holy Waters on the first round. Just learn Necromancy. Merely count is actually probably a good thing. Yeah, but he didn't know it was at the time. He didn't notice until the gibbous moon revealed her. What is this thing? This is what happens when you're experimenting on making pig people and you just push all the crap into the sewer. You just push it all into a sewer drain and eventually it, through eldritch, I don't know, permeation, it contorts itself into this flesh beast. These are all the spare parts, pretty much. It coalesces into a pig thing.
Well struck.
Ooh, nice repose.
Masterfully executed.
Yeah, as soon as I'm done with this, I'm almost done. Okay. I'm done with this dungeon. A lot of extra parts lying around. Necromantic pig meat. Possessed by evil spirits. Exactly.
A devastating blow. A singular strike.
That was 4 strikes, Wayne. That was 4. So far, we haven't had really bad RNG. The 2 head plus 2 butt. It's looking pretty good. Ooh, good dodge there. Careful. Don't watch me. Watch what you're doing, please. Singular. There we go. There's another dodge. That's almost the worst RNG. If this was another head one, that thing can just kill you in 1 turn. No problem. No problem at all. I mean, it's already dead, but it could take us with it. I didn't refresh the holy water.
Darkness closes in, haunting the hearts of men. Its destruction
All right.
as a small
All veteran bosses done.
given the implications of its terrible
Sounds, narrator, super pressed. Yeah, it's really good. How would I rank the Shieldbreaker?
Success so
I think the Shieldbreaker is really good overall.
Or is it merely a trick of the
She's one of the characters that gets better. I mean, they all get better as they level up, but she's one of the big examples of it because she has low base health and low base damage. She also doesn't start out with her AoE blights. So she's one of the only moves in the game that changes as when she levels up. She's good overall. She's situational, but she's good. She has reach. She has a way to not only get rid of guard, but prevent people from re-guarding. There's a lot of enemies that ends up being really good against. She has armor pierce, which is really good. Protection pierce.
Secrets and wonders
Should've waited
can
until I
be
saw this
found in the
place.
most tenebrous corners of this place.
Yeah, she's good. Like Pierce, yeah, I do like it. Like I said, it's situational. If you know where it's going to be good, then taking her is awesome for that. The only downside with her, like I said, is her low base health and low base damage. She also,
The match is
you have to worry about her
a
nightmares.
blazing star is born. Ambushed by foul invention.
We're gonna go through here and get some loot. Should we really kill coffee and be unstoppable? She only has one hand, so she couldn't even attack if she had coffee. She have coffee in one hand, shield in the other.
Traps lie in wait, unsprung and thirsting for blood.
Probably first, battle later. I didn't switch the Houndmaster's Cry Havoc back. It's alright. Favorite narrator quote? God, there's so many that are good. Overconfident, slow, insidious killer is really good. I like his monologue about the poor miller.
Remind yourself that
so many good
overconfidence
ones.
is a slow and insidious killer.
Continue the onslaught.
There we go. Thank you, Tio.
Them all.
To fall for such a thing. A bite of bread. There's so many things. What's your favorite narrator quote if you replace one word with butts? You know what? I haven't thought about that one. Trinkets and baubles. Paid for in blood.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
Paid for in butts. He
Slow
must
death.
be put down.
Unforeseen,
So many good ones.
unforgiving.
Curious is the butt maker's art. Oh no, lights out. Oh crap.
Faint hope.
I was thinking about butts. Sad times. Thinking about butts, lost out on some loot. Happens to the best of us. Shieldburger only has one hand. Yeah, have you looked at their comics? There's a comic for every character. They're really good. They're made by Redhook, and you learn how she lost her hand in the comic. You can also learn how she lost her hand if you read the lore curio, or the lore pages that you get when you do her nightmares. Scarl, it's you again. Maybe we get rid of Zoophobia for free. Scarl. Does anyone ever tell me that I'm beautiful? Yes, all the time. No. No, not very often, Spice Noodles. Spoiler, most of the comics are incredibly sad. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, not counting myself? Then never, yeah. Luckily we have Twilight Dreamer, so that's gonna kind of save our butts here.
The ground quakes.
Which character do I hate most on Thursdays? I'm gonna go with a Leper. Crusader good. Leper is much better. Man at Arms, a little bit lost and decisive. Don't know what's worth investing in. So the Crusader is good, but in my opinion, you should use the Crusader in position 4 or 3. Again, what comes into play there is what I told you earlier about reach. So what I like doing with the Crusader is starting him in position 3 or 4 and giving him Holy Lance. Give him 1 melee move, 1 frontline move, Holy Lance, and then his heal and stress heal, or just one of those. And the reason why is Holy Lance is a really, really good move. And you can use Holy Lance on turn 1 and 2 to take out the back line. And then after he's helped kill, then you can have him start stress healing or healing. So Crusader is very good. Man at Arms is one of the best characters in the game. The World First Challenge thing that I did would not have been possible without the Man at Arms. He's also extremely good. Stun is incredible in the game. Dodge is incredible in the game. Man at Arms has amazing camping skills. So
our community grows.
The Leper is not. He's on the bottom of my tier list, I would guess. I don't know. The thing about the Leper is he's very good at killing the front line if he has enough accuracy and he doesn't get shuffled. But you could just put a Hellion in that place instead and just rip everything in every position up. So I mean, all the characters in Darkest Dungeon are good. You can absolutely use every one of them in pretty much every situation of the game. The advantage of some characters over others is oftentimes so slim that as long as you build your team around that character, you should be pretty much good to go in Darkest Dungeon.
The darkness holds much worse than mere trickery.
Run it. Where's the next run? Oh! I'm not gonna like risk anyone's life using him next. It just depends on what dungeons are up land and what we're doing that time. Leper's great if you pair him with 3 other people who can jump backwards. Leper in spot 4, Arvis in spot 1.
And panic.
Yeah, no problem, Cyril. If you ever have a Dark Dungeon questions, you can always ask. We have a Discord. It's also free to join. We have a Dark Dungeon channel on there, so you can ask even when I'm off stream if you'd like. When does the Man at Arms fit? The Man at Arms is incredible. One of the awesome things. So, one of the teams that can do every single thing in the game, literally every boss, every mini boss, every single dungeon, is Hellion, Man at Arms, then Stress Healer, and Vestal. Good every single place in the game. So the Man at Arms guard is really good. His bolster to get to dodge up is really good. He also has a really good stun. Not only is his stun like a good stun for stunning purposes, but it's also it knocks back. So a lot of enemies in the game, a lot of the front row enemies, if you knock them to position 3 or 4, they have a weaker move that they use that tries to get them to the front. But the move, like I said, the move is much weaker. So knocking a brawler, cultist brawler or whatever, from position 2, for instance, to position 3, will basically make it not be able to do very much at all. So Man at Arms is really good. One of my favorite characters to use in challenge runs. Beat the game on max difficulty with only 3 character teams. A lot of people have asked me to do that challenge. I might do it sometime, Mixon. That's where you're at with this game. Really understand group composition and locking and removing quirks. Yeah, like, that's the thing. The cool thing about this challenge run that we've done is it's forced me to use a bunch of compositions that I would never use because we can't use female characters.
Impressive.
So it's been kind of interesting. Yeah, position 3 is Stumbling Strike, or there's a lot of those type of moves. Harmless this or that. do it with 2? I'm not so sure about that. What you mean the punches?
Champion falls.
What's going on, dude? Robert? Early. Stream time's almost over. We've been doing day streams now for a month and a half or so. Weekender challenge mean teams of 3? Teams of 3, yeah. I might try that sometime. Yeah, Man at Arms is very good. Do we risk a Shambler?
Our community grows.
8% Shambler. Always risk a Shambler. We still do need the map. Torment. Think of the follow Torment. How much food do we have? 12? No. So this fight has an 8% chance to spawn a Shambler. Should be okay if we do. Oh, give me the Shambler instead. Yeah, they do. There's the runs. So every one of the zones has like, I think it's 3 or 4 ambient soundtracks that play in the background depending on the level of the torchlight. The pig squealing thing is the zero light warns. That's your Woogman. Motivation, utilize the transform, just spam stress heal, self heals. I mean, you could probably do that, but I don't know if I don't know if it's worth doing it. Might work, but I mean, I ran the transform, double transform abomination with high crit, and it worked fairly well, especially in the farmstead.
This is how
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you could stay ahead in all dungeons that way. Black darkness. It freaks you out.
Foolish horrors, brought low and driven into the mud.
Might as well do it. We're fine. Able to use transform without giving everyone a heart attack. I think people try to just do transform, and that's not how I feel he should be played. The way I like using the abomination is putting him in either position 2 or 3, and then using his really good stun or blights, and then only transforming if he gets moved to position like 4, for instance, or depending on the fight itself. Like, transform him every now and then, but don't like have him transform every fight. I see a lot of people that are new to the game just try to transform him every time. XCOM with Darkest Dungeon stress mechanics. No. Darkest Dungeon, but with XCOM percentages. I'm gonna go with no again. He has a really good stun, and his double blight's really good. I guess I might as well be using these holy waters, huh? Unique is so avoided. One of our best runs in the farmstead ever was double abomination. Double transform abomination. Might try that again someday. Jockey's Dungeon, but with a 2 behind it. That I can get on board with.
Obliterated.
Our community grows.
Zirg. Thank you for the follow. I don't know if I'm getting your name right, but I appreciate the follow. We're not gonna kill him this round anyway, so we might as well get a stress heal. Stress padlock helps.
Black as death.
I just like going full crit on him and then just stress heal off him raking the front line over and over. Always satisfying.
A handsome reward for a task well performed.
Alright, seems good. Alright. GG. Decent amount of gold. We got salve that we'll sell. All level 5 again. Ruins Explorer. Doesn't matter. Stress Faster doesn't matter. Armor Tinker over Hot to Trot kind of sucks. Ruminator kind of sucks. Oh well. Alright, let me stop the recording.